Hello everybody, welcome back to another episode of Crow's Newsletter. This week we got a few games, and actually when I mean a few, we got at least one, wait, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 games, and all of them are amazing personally, because I'm always looking for a game that makes it unique. And like, I mean unique, there's so many things and so many gimmicks you can do, but I'm talking about like, oh, that's interesting, because I already denied a lot because there's a repeats. But I'm very excited for this week. So let's start with a nice revival of Mad Father. Yes, Mad Father is going to be on Steam officially now, and I'm very excited because I played the game, I've seen the game, both endings. So yes, there are multiple endings, which I like about it. And it's very good. I don't want to put any spoilers on, but it's an adventure game. You stay in your house and you have to figure out what's happening in your house, and you find out there's a lot of ghosts, a lot of dead things. I can't explain it, but the father is mad, and I love about this. And the stories and everything is so unique, and it's very captivating, and it does have emotion at the end. I want to say like, wow, that's beautiful. I would say like, wow, that actually was really well done, or I thought it was really good, and it had a lot of meaning for me. I mean, meaning of why he went mad, and I can see why he would go mad. So that is a good Mad Father on the PC. If you haven't played it or haven't heard about it, I recommend go and purchase it. There was a free download. It probably still is, but I recommend just getting the Steam version probably by now, because it's up on Steam. Unless you have like me, still have the original copy, so I don't even have to buy the game. I already have it, and I will not post it on because I want to support the creator on this, because this person put a lot of work and love into it. So next game, Klang. It's the first ever. I want to say first ever game, but it's a game that I've never seen before, or I've seen before, but it's a fast-paced exploration, platforming, and combat game. And it's really good because I like fast-paced, and what I mean fast-paced because it's also a rhythm game. You have to go by the rhythm. So having a fast-paced exploration, platforming, and combat rhythm game, it's really intense. It really makes you wanna like, wow, I gotta get this better. I gotta make sure I'm accurate. You gotta keep the accuracy, and the character designs are so unique. It has that really futuristic sense, but yet it feels like it has like it's a futuristic sense, but it feels really old school at the same time. It has that old school character designs and old school color, like Tron. I would like to compare this color scheme like Tron, but it isn't. But I guess so. It's really good. I like it, and the music I've been listening to, it's amazing. So far, it's really good. Some of the music they have on here, I recommend go checking it out. That's a good one. Next game. Ooh, I'm gonna skip that one for now. Next game, Pavilion. Obviously, if I can't say it right, there's a description. Pavilion is pretty much what they call the fourth-person puzzling adventure game. And the cool part, and I thought this very interesting just because while reading on the description, it has this phrase without any text tutorials or beginning explanation. So just thrown into the world and hope that you do any good. And I think I love that, figuring out tricks and knots with just the hints that the game gives you, like, oh, you could like you got to do this. What can I do? Obviously, wow, that's good. So game, they're trying to say you can make a good game without the explanation. A player should learn the tricks throughout the game, not be given it like a baby in the beginning. And that's why I support that idea, having a game just throw you in there with no combat, with no tutorial. I would say all games, obviously the more complicated games, like probably Call of Duty, a lot of buttons. So I recommend like a button, check once a few button checks and everything. But like a game like this is very simple. It's like by looking at just a point and click, maybe move left and right, nothing too complicated. So I'll rate this at most maybe just middle school, just above middle school, below or middle school education. So it requires a little thinking, but nothing too strenuous that no gamer could figure out. Now, the last two games hold a good one. Right now, this game is called The Uncertain, and I love this game. It's being episodic, so I'm gonna try to keep up with the series. It's gonna be very hard, but eventually, you know what? I'll just save it up here. I'll just grab it right here, grab it on gaming, and put it right here. There, got it. And I'll just keep track on it. And the reason, and I love post-apocalypse, but they're all kind of getting a little repetitive. Humanity surviving barely. But what if humanity didn't survive? What if the machines did take over? What will happen? Well, according to this, they say there's no war, just peace, because we don't have emotion and we all have rational thinking, so we can all enjoy our designs and our thing freely, but yet have no emotion, no war for it. They could grow as a society. But what will happen if you gain the curiosity of a human? What will happen? Would you gain emotion? Would you try to go against society? Very interesting. And the character pretty much is like a junk resource or whatever, scrapyard or whatever. I don't know. He uses certain things that other robots consider useless and will add it on to him. He's pretty much one of the more intelligible ones, but he's able to reuse junk from our mistakes or robots' mistakes and add it on to himself or use it to build something else. So he will always be constantly repairing himself, and it's very interesting because I was watching it. It's like, oh, if he fails, if you can't fix it, we'll just use him as extra parts or spare parts or something like that. So I find there is still death with robots. The concept of death is still not, out there, but still not forgotten that they can still die, or be eliminated. It's very interesting, graphically beautiful. They really approached it, and this soundtrack, very nice, very peaceful, calm. Graphics, like I said, beautiful. You live in your own house, so you're given a human lifestyle, but you have everything of a robot, and then you gain the curiosity of a human. So you're in this futuristic world wondering if there's something else out there. And that's what I really like about this game. I like certain episodes. And it's not just like Minecraft. Like, personally, I don't like Minecraft story mode because it's not really a game. More like you're watching a massive TV. You're watching a very well done video game. But games like this, I'm looking at it, you have to do something. You can't just figure it. You just can't let the game solve it for you. You have to figure it out. You have to, learn. You have to be prepared. You just can't let the game, beat it, even if you did mess up. That's what I don't like about Minecraft story mode. I just like it because it's a good story. So check that out, The Uncertain, Episode 1, The Last Quiet Day. And I love that title. That means something's going down. And finally, after weeks and weeks of quietness, we return to another visual novel, Harmonia. These people are also the people that did, according to this, might have done the Klang ad. Or they might translate a Klang ad. Don't quote me on that. But they have also done one of the most well-known games, Planetary, the Reeve of a Little Planet, which is, I heard, a really good one. And I'm super excited to see people that worked with, or at least, work with Klang approaching a new game, translating or doing a new game. And I'm really happy with the artwork. I'm happy with the audio track, and according to this, it's a distant future, an immense world left the world broken and torn. Actually, pretty much another post-apocalyptic world, but this time, like a emotional, capable robot known as Feroy wakes up in a decayed factory. Said prior to war, science created these human-like robots capable of feeling emotion. So pretty much a world where these robots have emotion. They can feel pain. They could cry with you. They could laugh with you. And I think that's very interesting. Cause with these, like, they remind me of Lucy. Like, which I feel like the story might be a little bit like Lucy, but Lucy was only one robot, while this one has multiple ones. And this comes down, can you, even though there's a group of robots, like the story of Lucy was, she could laugh, she could cry, she could do anything, but does she have a soul? Does that make it a soul? She's able to make logical guesses, but she's still a robot. Will she still gain the ability of a soul? And right here, obviously with this visual novel, there's a bunch of them. And I feel like this one, but let me give me a quick second. There's just having a concept of a robot feeling emotion and judging. Should you love it because it has a feeling, but also deny it because we can't classify it as human because it's a robot. We built it. It has no soul, right? Or does it? It can still make logical guesses. I just love that concept, the sheer concept. I'm not repeating myself, I know. But the other part is, like, Lucy was alone. She has other robot friends, but they don't feel. I want to say feel, but the emotionless mechanical boy, the girl who sings her feelings, the little blue lady from the library. There's 3 robots, and each one you're faced a challenge. Should you deny it or should you accept it as a human being? And I love it. My computer can run it. Sweet. I might think about it, and I will. You know what? Just because it's divisional, I'm keeping it. And I hope you guys at least go, look it up, like look up some playthroughs on it. I know it's not a very exciting game, but I just love it just because it's a game that I have story, visual novel. It is not like manga. I mean, a manga will be more pictures and whatever, but I feel like a visual novel, just because it's trying to portray a story while connecting something. I don't know how to explain visual novels other than reading a manga. I do read a lot of I want to say romantic, but a lot of emotional visual novel mangas. And having a visual novel, I think I prefer dating sims personally. Visual novels are just there as the add-on. And you say, what's the difference? Well, because as dating sim, you have choices. A visual novel just tells a story with the special graphics and everything. It's kind of like the cheaper version of a manga. If you don't, have the time of reading a manga, read these. Obviously, there are longer ones that take over 10 hours to complete, and those have visuals and everything, and it's more complicated. There's also cheap ones like $10 that takes about maybe an hour or 2 to complete, and then you get a lot of details. And yes, there are visual novels / dating sims, so this might just be one of those visual novels / dating sims, but I have to see for myself before I come to that final conclusion. Well, obviously, let me see how much time we got. Obviously, you probably see me play Mario Maker. The reason why I play Mario Maker is because my friend B-Rods asked me, and he says, "Oh, you should play these levels," and I'm out of frustration. Because he put something on the line, Philosophy of Kanye West by Wisecrack. I recommend watching it. Very interesting information out there. And I completed one level, and I completed another level that he said I couldn't beat. I want to say couldn't beat. There was like 2 cheap levels. Like one I couldn't. He said I wouldn't be able to beat, which is totally RNG. He said, and proved them wrong. And the other one was skill based. And I said, well, that's not skill. It's like it's more RNG than before. Even though he said you had to see, hitbox are wonky. So making a pixel accurate game is annoying in Mario Maker till they get the hitboxes right. I don't think a pixel accurate game should be accepted in here yet. Sorry, PC. But that's all I got for this week. Obviously, we get some Tail Crusader and some Star Fox Assault coming out this week. I'm still trying to get with rating because we don't have limited footage. But that is all I got. Sorry for this one being a little longer than usual. But I'll see you guys next time. Bye bye.